This is a special edition. I'm Brian Hughes. My guest in the studio, Kay Pivovarnik, Executive Director of CASA, and that's the Wyoming Valley, I assume.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay, CASA of Wyoming Valley. Here to talk about everything CASA. First of all, tell us what CASA is all about.
So at CASA, what we do is we recruit, train, and support volunteers from the community who are the voice for children in the dependency court system. So that sounds like a lot, but what that really means is the children that we serve have all been substantiated abuse and neglect and are in the child welfare system and are in court as a result of that. And they really need some extra eyes and ears to help to make sure that everything that they need is fulfilled. So what these advocates do is they're trained about everything that they would need to learn about, and then they are paired with the child. And from there, they support them through their court process until they achieve permanency.
Now, that's a pretty hefty load to carry. How long does it usually take someone to be trained for such a position?
So we have training twice a year, and our training is a 9-week training. It's done on Zoom, and it's 2 hours a night for 9 weeks. So we usually do it on a Monday or a Wednesday. And it's a really great training because it goes through everything, a little bit of everything that you would need to know. So it goes through the child welfare system, mental health, drug and alcohol, stages of a child's life, social and emotional well-being. Anything that you might hit on in a case, we kind of touch on that. We also have a lot of community service providers who come on board and speak to the new advocates. So they get to learn about all of the things that the children would be dealing with, from mental health counselors to, domestic violence counselors, anything that would happen in this child's life, they get to learn a little bit about.
And you're no stranger to this, because prior to being executive director of CASA, you were in the Lackawanna County Office of Youth and Family Service.
That's correct. I worked there for 12 years. So I was everything from a boots-on-the-ground caseworker to a supervisor to an administrator before the CASA world came calling to me. So I do understand how difficult it is for the child welfare system to meet all of the children's needs. They are very overburdened. So the caseworkers work really hard, but they have up to 30 cases with multiple children on those cases, whereas a CASA is assigned to one child or sibling group. So when a CASA is assigned to the case, it's really a benefit to the caseworker because they can do a lot of legwork that maybe the caseworker is not able to do. And the beautiful part of being a CASA is you're court appointed. So you do have this special paper that allows you to talk to everyone on the case, from doctors to mental health counselors, teachers, foster parents, biological parents, the caseworker, anyone. So we're able to collect all of the facts that we need and really find out where the child is missing pieces. And it also comes from the child. The child is able to develop a relationship with this CASA that maybe they haven't been able to develop with any other adult because they move so much. They move placements, they move schools, they move cities sometimes. And the CASA is that one consistent person who stays with them throughout that process and can really say what they need or what they want in the court system.
This is Special Edition. I'm Brian Hughes. My guest, Kay Pivovarnik, Executive Director of CASA of Wyoming Valley. I met you at a Wilkes-Barre Power meeting, and you were the guest speaker at that meeting. And I said, I have to speak with her because you're describing what CASA is. It's a pretty extensive, type of job.
Yes, absolutely. And the amazing thing about it is it's a volunteer position. So these people from the community step forth and say, I want to help support a child who is probably going through one of the most difficult and worst times of their life. And a lot of times that really puts people on pause and they say, this might be too hard for me. Some of these subjects are so serious. But what we want everyone to remember is these are children who really just want to live the same life as everyone else. Unfortunately, it's interrupted by this court system that is no fault of their own. But these kids want to, celebrate things that other kids celebrate. They want to go to school. They want to have friends. They want to have holidays. They want to go on vacations. They want to play sports. And sometimes the court system gets in the way, frankly, and they don't mean to. They're doing what they need to do to keep these children safe. But the CASAs are able to step in and say, hey, this is what's missing for this child. They would do so much better if they were able to join the football team or the basketball team or take dance lessons or music lessons. So that's another part of it. There's so many aspects to this. And I say regularly, these advocates perform everyday miracles. Sometimes they feel like really small things, but to a child who doesn't know where they're going to lay their head the next day, these are big deals for them.
Is it difficult to find volunteers, or is this type of thing like a calling for some people, just the people that are drawn to it?
I think it's a little bit of both. There's over 400 children right now in the dependency court system between Luzerne and Wyoming counties where we serve. I would love to be able to serve all of those children. Right now we're serving about 72 of those children, so we need advocates desperately. But the advocates that we have coming on board really do, they say, we have an advocate who says, once you get bit by the CASA bug, you're bit, right? So they stay with us for a long time. Generally, you stay on a case for about 2 years, which is a pretty robust thing to ask of a person. But many of our advocates then say, give me a 2-week break and then I'll come back and take another child, because we always have a waiting list. There's always children who are in need. Our goal is to never have to have a CASA again. I would love that in this world. But right now, we don't have that. So we really and truly do need volunteers.
So for a volunteer that would be interested in joining CASA, what type of a background would they need? Would they need some sort of like child advocacy or like a legal background in order to be qualified?
Absolutely not. And that is also one of the most wonderful things about CASA. You need to be 21 years of age or older, and you need to pass our background checks in order to be a CASA. But other than that, we have people who are retired. We have people who have families, men and women. We have people who are single and don't have any children yet, but really want to work with children. I mean, everyone, and from all different backgrounds, people with college educations, people with high school educations. It really doesn't matter. What matters is that you have the drive to help a child. And what we do at CASA is we support you through that. So when you're a CASA, you're assigned one of the workers from my office who will assist you through your whole advocacy. You never advocate alone. So it's not a scary experience. A lot of people are a little bit afraid of that. It's not scary. We help you. We say to you, these are what your next steps should be, or what do you think your next steps should be, or what does the child want? So we work with you. Every month you have supervision. We're always available for a phone call or to stop in at the office. Our staff is probably one of the most supportive staff I've ever met in my life.
This is Special Edition. I'm Brian Hughes. Guest Mary Kay Pivovarnik, Executive Director of CASA of the Wyoming Valley. You cover Luzerne and Wyoming counties, I believe?
Yes, correct.
Now, you got a lot of activities coming up kind of to promote CASA and as a fundraiser event. So I want to share a few of them with me.
Sure. We have an event that we started last year. It's a Touch-a-Truck event. It's at the JCC parking lot in Kingston, and that is on August 16th. That event itself is free to the community. It's really important to us to have an event that children could come to and enjoy, and the parents don't have to worry about paying for. We have a lot of trucks there, first responders, the police. It's so exciting. Last year was amazing. We had over 400 people come through last year, and we hope for even more. We have a bounce house, all kinds of things. But this year, along with that, we have a race to begin the day. So there is a cost to the race. It's a 5K walk run. But we also have a free race for the children after the run walk, which the children are going to do a little loop around all of the first responders. So that's going to be very exciting. We also have a gala. We have a yearly gala, which is a lovely event, always very beautiful. That is in September 25th. And we have some small ways, if you don't want to go to a gala and get all dressed up, we have some small ways to support that. We have luminary bags, which will be lit for every child who's in the dependency court system. And they're only at the cost of $25, which is a really nice donation size. And we also have a raffle. We're raffling off $5,000. And we only have 100 tickets for sale. They're $75 each, and once they're gone, they're gone. So that's a really good opportunity to win $5,000.
All right. Outstanding. Quite a bit to think about with CASA. Where can we get a hold of you if there's anyone out there that wants to be a volunteer and help a child out? How would they contact you?
Sure. So our website is LuzerneCasa.org. We have all of our information sessions listed on there under events, and you can sign up for an information session, which will give you, contact with us and all of the information that you need on becoming an advocate. We will have a fall training starting soon. Also, you can just give us a call if you'd like to. Our number is 570-855-2247, and we are available from 8:30 in the morning until 4:30 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday, and we love talking to you. So please give us a call if you just want to have a conversation about ways that you can help.
Mary Kay, anything else you want to talk about regarding CASA that we might not have touched upon?
I really would like to thank all of our advocates. I think it's so important to be thankful for these people who give their time and their hearts and their energy to all of our children. So I really want to put that out there. Thank you to everyone who's a current advocate, a past advocate, and thank you to those of you who are thinking about becoming an advocate. Take the step forward. It's really an experience that will change your life.
Mary Kay Pivovarnik, Executive Director of CASA of Wyoming Valley. Appreciate you joining us here and sharing this with us here on Special Edition.
Thank you so much for having us.